YouTube, welcome you beautiful faces back to the channel. We get the white pieces, so we will be playing e4 against my man Douglas from Zambia. I mean, I had no idea what that flag was, but hopefully we get a bit of knight c6, and then we can play our very favoured Scotch. Presumably they trade everything off, because that's just what everyone does. Ooh, interesting. We see d5 immediately here. So, taking the knight would really offset my opponent's pawn structure, which could be an idea. I don't necessarily hate it, but like takes, and then we need to somehow defend this pawn. How would we defend this pawn? Takes, and then bishop d3 maybe? Because obviously I don't like the idea of takes, and then knight c3, because they could just push, gaining a tempo on the knight. So I think bishop d3 is probably the favoured move here. So yeah, we do double stack our opponent's pawns, which is a nice sort of target to have very early on. But then here, that's a bit uncomfortable actually. Because like takes, you take, I take, and we're actually in a bit of trouble because we won't be able to castle. So potentially just develop my dark squared bishop first. Just get this out. If you take, I'll take your queen, stopping you from castling. And then we'll see who's laughing, won't we? Okay. Interesting. Really kind of want to play like c4, but I also just want to push. But then you push, and it's like, damn, that's not good. That's not good, man. That's not good. Knight d2. Yeah, I don't actually hate this, because then if you take, I can take. And then if you queen trade, I'm no longer recapturing with the king, so I would still be able to castle, which is a very important part of this beautiful game we call chess. Okay, what about this now? Yeah, I like bishop d3 now, because takes, then you can't take the queen. Again, like, yeah, we're developing nicely here, I feel like. They do take. Oh, we could actually take with a knight. Yeah, we could take with the knight. Not opposed to it, people. I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, I quite like this, hitting the bishop. I mean, presumably they just drop back. But it's like we gain a little bit of a tempo, right? And tempos in chess are really, really important. And yeah, I could presumably just get my queen out. Yeah, I really like this position, actually, because I'm going to long castle. And then potentially we have some beautiful discovered checks, right? Like, even if the knight comes out, takes, looks great. Queen takes, can't take here because it defends. Okay, but I still think we're in a relatively comfortable position here, actually. Okay, that's an interesting move. I am going to long castle. I don't see any threat in this at all. I can just recapture in a number of ways. Oh my god, I've missed f5. I missed f5. Huh. Wait, I don't actually know if f5 would have been losing there, because rook comes over. Hang on, I don't think f5 was necessarily losing there. But f5 is very scary. g4? Just stopping f5? g4 could be interesting. I could potentially also just go like... no, that would be awful. Okay, what about rook e1, f5? Where could I put my knight? Knight just goes back. But then you take my rook. Yeah, that's not good either. Okay, here. I need to move my queen, presumably, then. But that doesn't work. Yeah, I actually somewhat really like queen g4. And I know you're probably thinking I'm losing in exchange, but I could just play rook e1 and pin you. So yeah, queen up. I don't even need to go up, actually. I could just play queen g3. I'm really happy with the move queen g3. We threaten g7. We threaten this twice. Is there anything better though? I don't know. I'm gonna play queen g3. Why not? Oh, I've got such an itchy nose the past like week. It's actually unbearable. There is nothing worse than an itchy nose. I'd rather go one-on-one with Batman than have an itchy nose. You know what I mean? Slight exaggeration, but that's okay. Let's go here. I'm just threatening to take. I mean, the rook coming over is just crushing, right? Let's go here now. You're just in a world of trouble. You're just in an absolute world of trouble. I don't actually know what you do here. This is probably resignation territory. What? Okay, I thought I just had f3 here. Do I not just have f3? What? Presumably f3 is just completely winning, right? I don't see a way out of it for my opponent. So I'm going to go for it. Unless I've just completely miscalculated this line, I think f3 just completely wins. We need some more apple juice. Get the brain flowing. I kind of forgot you could castle, which is interesting. But rook takes. We hit the queen. We're still threatening this. And yeah, I don't really know where you go. Here? Yeah, this might be your only square. In which case, I just take. I just feel like we're in such a great position. I kind of forgot you could go over that way. Oh, wait. You can't. You can't go there, that's for sure. What? What? What has just happened? What am I missing? There's no checks. Okay. What? Is this going to be where we resign? Honestly, fair play to Douglas for not just resign. Okay, I take it back, you little weasel. Okay, let's jump straight into a game review, guys. Okay, you beautiful people. So, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and then d4. This is known as the Scotch opening. E takes on d4, most common move. Knight takes on d4, and then they play d5, which I was a little bit confused about. I'm not going to lie. I was looking at, like, knight c3, for example, just developing again. And then I was also looking at e takes on d5 and knight takes on c6. I obviously opted for knight takes on c6, which has given us the best move. Just because I thought if we could double stack their pawns early on, we're going to be in a really, really strong position, I feel like. Bishop f4. Slight inaccuracy. It wants me to actually take this pawn immediately. And the reason I didn't go for this was because I thought, look, we've double stacked their pawns. Right, we've created a weakness. We don't just want to go solve that weakness for them, sort of thing. But apparently c takes is just a complete mistake because of bishop b5 check. Just show you guys. Bishop b5 check. Can you not just play bishop d7, though? Oh, then I can take... Oh, that's very nice. You sort of... yeah, you block the path of the queen, and then obviously if you were to take my bishop, I can recapture with check. You probably have to play like queen d7 and then not be able to castle. There's that apple juice coming back up to bite me in the behind. But we went bishop f4. Not the most accurate, but still fine. They played bishop e6. The reason this isn't so good, they're meant to play queen to f6 here and just immediately go after me, but just bishop g3? Oh, wait, no, that would not be good. Okay, I'd need to think more. What about e5? Does e5 work? No, because I hang a bishop. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What do I actually have here? Oh, I guess I could go bishop e3, you take, and then I play bishop d4. Does that work? Queen b4, c3? Do you push? No, obviously you move your queen back to like e7 or something first, but then I think you have ideas of like c5 at some stage, which is quite scary. But okay, so that's why this is so bad. But they don't find queen f6, luckily. Bishop e6, knight d2, bishop c5, bishop d3, takes, knight recaptures, gaining a tempo on this bishop, and then just simply queen f3. And in this position, I was really, really happy, especially after bishop d5. Because we have the beautiful looking long castles, which is the best move. They played queen e7, I just thought, rook e1, right? No brainer. Psych. Queen g3. I probably should have played like rook e1, rook h to e1. Oh, sorry. But I played the best move, which is obviously a brilliant move, because I just thought my opponent is going to think they're going to win this exchange now. Best move here is actually king f8, but who the hell is ever finding king f8? Nobody in a million years is finding that move. My opponent here played knight to f6. Now I can take on g7, I can, take on f6 with the knight, for example. But I just brought a rook over. Okay, I mean, we're still completely winning, but it is a slight miss because I think the engine is absolutely crying out for this. Just threatening the rook, but it just looks a bit scary, right? I mean, I guess knight takes on f6 and you're just completely losing, but I didn't see this. I did not see this, I'm not going to lie. So slight oversight on my part. But yeah, knight f6, I bring the rook over, they take in the centre, bishop recaptures, bishop takes, and again, we just have queen g7, queen takes on g7, or the move f3. It's given us a miss, which feels very harsh, but it really wants this. But then, like, where's the follow-up? Bishop g5? Oh, sorry, that's not bishop g5, is it? Oh, wow, and then you'd have to go like this, maybe? I have mate in 2. Oh, I can just take. This is terrifying. This is completely losing. I didn't see any of this. Wow. I went F3. That's heartbreaking. When you find a good move, guys, always look for a better one, I guess. Takes. Queen B4. Rook takes. I don't understand what the idea here even remotely was, other than potentially a misclick. But there is a lot to still be taken from this game. Very proud of Queen G3. Not so proud of F3. I really should have taken this. I just didn't see any of this. You know, what does the engine want here? Queen E6. Wow. I mean, this just looks absolutely terrifying, right? Because, oh my god, I can lure you away. And if you take on E4, do I have Queen F6? Oh my god, look at this, what we're threatening. This is terrifying. I go Queen F6, and then I presume, would Bishop D4 be playable? Is this your only move? Yeah, and then I just sack the rook, right? And obviously if you just take, then Queen E7's just mate. Oh my god. That's absolutely terrifying. So I take with the rook. What do you have? Where do you put your queen? Do you give a check? Queen E1 check, but rook D1. And then you probably just have to take, right? There's probably nothing else for you to do. Other than just, like, accept death. And then, like, King D7 is your only move here. Wow, guys. The Scotch is absolutely crushing. Definitely recommend. If you enjoyed this video, smash a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. But guys, get out of here. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.